I will.
You don't swap them over. Swap the
Huge gouge in one of those Himalayans. So the tyres have been swapped over with Tony's bike because Tony's now left back to the UK. Nearly ready to go. 10 minutes. I think we hit the road.
I'll go sit down. It's a good job we've got a Royal Engineer, isn't it? Oh, Jimmy. Left. We needed someone to organise it.
Good morning all. So that's Tony's bike that's been loaded in because 7:30 this morning he caught the flight from a local airport to head back. That's the member of the Airbnb team who went over the crest of a dune and in essence dropped about 2 stories. When he came over the crest it was just a sheer drop. Went to the first hospital, they said, no, it's fine, just carry on. Went to the second hospital because Steve, the New Zealand doctor in our team here, he said, no, it's something more serious than that. So we got a second opinion at a second hospital in Morocco, and they confirmed he's broken his collarbone. But Tony was just pretty much without, to the best of my knowledge, any drugs, was just kind of happily carrying on having dinner and stuff last night just with his arm in a sling. But he's on a plane right now as we speak to Barcelona, then Barcelona to Edinburgh. He's a proper trooper. He was acting like nothing's wrong, but he just had his arm in a sling. But it is broken, so he's headed back. In lighter news, because I forgot my earplugs yesterday with off-roading, it feels like I've lost 30% of my hearing, so hopefully that will come back eventually. Next 2 days, we're going to be heading and in the Atlas Mountains, heading up towards the high Atlas Mountains. From what I've seen, the scenery looks even more spectacular, if that's possible. So we'll have our morning meeting in about 10 minutes. They'll just finish off with that Himalayan, and then we hit the road. Cannot wait. It's about 8:30 in the morning. It's already about 18 degrees. Beautiful weather. So excited to get going. I'll jump in between this Moroccan adventure, if I may, to show you this CTEK NXT5. This takes the world's favourite battery charger to an all-new level. In this nice compact box, you get instruction manual, terminal connectors. This is really useful, especially for motorbikes, for example. You can actually just leave those connected to your battery. So whenever you want to charge or just recondition your battery, just plug it into there, nice and simple. And of course, this is tiny. This is the main body of the charger. The interesting thing about this NXT5, among lots of clever tech, this is compatible with lead, acid and lithium batteries, and also start-stop technology batteries. So this is the only charger you'll need for any of your 12-volt batteries. One charger to do it all. There's loads of clever tech in this. If I just turn it on at the mains. So you've got reverse polarity for all of the safety so you don't destroy your vehicle. It's wrapped up in a simple package, so just one button. I press mode between start-stop battery, recondition, which can bring batteries that are close to their deathbed back to life with desulfation. That's a whole load of clever tech. Lithium batteries, car, and me, nice and simple, motorbike. Press on that, then the CTEK charger does all the hard work. It's very intelligent, so if it's extremely hot, extremely cold, it will adjust what it's doing to the battery according to the conditions. It's also extremely well made. Everything about it, really nice materials used, good rubber cord there. And CTEK are so confident with the product that they've made, there is, as standard, a 5-year warranty of this product. So if you're in the market for a new 12-volt battery charger, or if you'd like to keep your batteries in tip-top condition, go and check out the new CTEK NXT5.
Edinburgh, all goes well. Good number 17. That'll do. It's nice.
One of my favourite parts of stopping off, I've just been discussing this, is just stopping off in these little places, the towns. So we're filling up with fuel. We're getting cash out at the moment, and they can be a bit sparse where they're situated. So we're getting some cash out. And you've got a little market down by the side, all of the old Mercedes taxis, the smell of a fishmonger or something like that. And all of the beautiful old characterful buildings as well. Love it. This also gets a bit nerdy, so apologies, but the Himalayans are so economical that in the time that, for example, that Yamaha Tenere has half the tank left and the CF Moto at the front has a quarter of a tank left, I've still got about 85% of a tank left. These just sip fuel. So it's not just you buy a Himalayan and it's cheap. It's running it is so cheap as well. I'm finding myself getting more and more fond of this bike as the days go on. And there are always problems with cash points. Jack's card has just snapped in half in the cash machine, so he's gone inside to try and figure out what best to do. But either way, the best he can hope for is that he gets half a card back, while some of the other guys go and get some fuel. Mark, you enjoying yourself?
Fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
Brilliant. Look at this. This is one of my favourite things here. One of the old Mercedes still being used as a taxi there, painted in orange. I love that so much. It's an assault for the senses. You've got the amazing cars, the smells, the people, the bustle, everyone going about their life. It's all so different. We wondered why Rick pulled over on the side of the road about 15 minutes ago. It turns out the chain has come off his Himalayan, so we've carried on about 15 minutes down the road. The two Canadian gents are there trying to get the chain on, and then the rest of the group are going to be catching up. So we're going to go to the coffee spot, meet everyone back there, but the group's splintered into 3 bits for now. delicious coffee and cake finished. First group's about to head off. We'll head off 10 minutes after them. It ended up being for the chain adjuster fell off. So they've had to take the chain adjuster off the Himalayan that's in the back of the van because Tony flew back. So luckily we've used the tyre and also a chain adjustment from that Himalayan. So it's turned into a bit of a parts spike. So I don't know what we would have done without that in the end. 5 minutes time. I think we'll head off. We've all been stuck behind a group of Spanish riders who arrived about half an hour after us, and they blocked us in, so we're just trying to squeeze all the bikes out, and then we'll hit the road. Yes, yes. I like that, I like that. It's really cold now, and I've just got lost from the rest of the group. I think there are two of the guys, Kev and Mark, behind me, so I'm just waiting for them. I've put my waterproofs on and now I'll follow them, getting deep into the Atlas Mountains now. It's very, very different here weather-wise from what it was a few hours ago. So cold. Oh yeah, really, really cold. So bleak and cold. Everyone's desperately getting all of the layers they possibly can now, because I think for the next day and a half it's going to get windier and colder and wetter, and I don't think it's going to let up at all. So I'm going to go and get my long johns, I'm going to get my cardigan and put everything on, because it looks a bit like, at the moment, a bleak version of Scotland. And I spent the past hour and a half shaking, and everyone's just inside now in this rustic little restaurant trying to warm up as much as possible. We've just been doing an hour and a quarter, an hour and a half of what my American friends like to call canyon carving. The roads around here, just scything through the canyons, are incredible. It feels like you're very on racetrack. This is a very famous gorge here, and usually this is full of water. So because we're so far away from the sea here, the locals use this as their beachfront. And very often this is water in full flow. While I'm on a few fun facts, I'll give you one more. Up until 1929, there were wild lions roaming around North Africa and specifically the Atlas Mountains. The Barbary lion, if you can believe it, up until 90 years ago, otherwise known as the Atlas lion, used to roam here freely until hunting caused its extinction. There were a few unconfirmed sightings of the Atlas lion all the way through to the 1940s, 1950s, until people finally gave up believing that there may be some left, and it was officially confirmed as extinct. And there's one really famous photo from 1895 of this majestic, regal-looking Barbary lion, side profile, the most formidable-looking predator you've ever seen. Such a shame that it's no longer here, but can you just imagine the sight of one of these lions roaming around this landscape?
Dally with somebody else's helmet.
Out of all the motorbikes, it's a fascinating sign of the times. The gentleman there, he wants a photo with the CF Moto. Chinese bikes are coming. Arrived at the hotel, and completely coincidentally, Kev, we have bumped back into our Spanish friends with all of them on Teslas, and this is quite the entrance here with people playing some instruments and doing a bit of singing. Oh, and the snow behind the hotel. There's snow, and I think tomorrow it's going to be down to freezing, so it's going to be even more intense than today. It's good, isn't it? It's cool. Wow. Oh, this is amazing. It's like an episode from the Flintstones. Tim was saying, just as we pulled in for the last 15 minutes of our ride, as we pulled into the hotel, he could see a huge amount of snow on the mountains just behind, I think this side, behind the hotel. So tomorrow it will be a lot of snow, ice on the road, and down to freezing, I think. Today was just so incredible, such an amazing day. Do a quick room tour, and then I'll sort myself out. So, bathroom through here. My nephew always says to me, Freddie, why do you do bathroom tours? So I'll make that quick. There is the bathroom. And the bedroom. What a place with all of these stone walls and everything built out of wood. Just like the Flintstones. Incredible. Beautiful old chest there. Little bit of artwork that's been sketched or burnt into that wood. Wow. And see here I'm wearing all of my thermals and everything, long johns, jumper, everything. If this doesn't keep me warm enough, I have no backup. And this is the view from my own little balcony of the town down there, and in the distance, the mountains. This is a rare luxury for me on road trips, staying in such nice hotels, and then at the end of every day knowing you're going to have as much delicious food as you can physically eat. It just ends the day perfectly, and there's nothing that excites more after a whole day in the saddle than knowing you can have almost unlimited food. I'm assuming it's going to be a buffet again today, which is my favourite kind of food on trips like this. So I'll make sure I have at least 4 main courses and then 3 desserts. Have to make the most of it.